The Tom London Show Part 2 is brought to you by Suzuki Rivonia.
Deuces.
Okay, I could lie or I could be honest. I'll be honest. The cable plugged into the iPad that controls all of this was wrapped around my foot and I didn't realize. And then I leaned back and I pulled the whole thing off, and when I grabbed it, I switched it off, and I switched the whole show off with this finger over here. So, yeah, sorry.
Are you sure that Alistair's not sitting underneath your table?
No, I know what Alistair's up to. Alistair, at some point, and today he had a problem. He was involved in the discussion, so you could see he was sitting there wanting to go hang out with the girls in the comments section. I knew it. And then 40 minutes in, off he goes. And the next thing, I've just slipped into the comments section. I'm sure you did. Man.
Slid into the DMs, he even said.
That's right.
Yeah. Are we live?
Yeah, we are, because Anita Meinhardt, our technical department, says you keep disappearing. At least it's not you keep disappointing.
I love Anita. She's a hoot.
So it looks like this is part 2, by the way, of a very important show. We had a whole running order. We had a running order we were going to discuss with you and run topics, and then we didn't get there.
What do you mean we didn't get there? We didn't even start.
We didn't get to the topics. We did the show, but part 1. But we didn't get to the topics. We did a whole show without getting to the topics.
Do you want to know what was on the topic list?
If we were working for SAFM, we would be fired this afternoon. Management would call us. They would say, like SAFM, probably 702 as well. I mean, they didn't know what to do with me when I did stuff like this back in the day. They used to shake their head and just go, just leave him alone. Don't encourage him. But SAFM would fire us. SAFM would fire us. By the way, if you're just joining us live, I pulled the iPad off the desk with my toe. The cable was wrapped around it, and then I pressed the off button by mistake, and I took us off air. Not intentionally, but just clumsily.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't even know if we got people coming back to us. I think that's it. I think we probably had...
Are we done?
They probably had enough...
We're not talking about judging supermarket trolleys.
Well, let's see how many people we can get back, and then we'll see if we do supermarkets. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Like, I'm struggling to get anything up.
No, there are people coming back. All right,
show.
I can see there are people coming back, because I can see myself talking, and then there's a number. Okay, welcome to the part 2 of the Tom London Show. Once again, this is the second iteration of part 2. It's part 2.2.2. Welcome back. We will make it look like this was supposed to happen. You've had Alistair entertaining you in the comments section. Down in KZN is the one and only Tanya Curry. And up here in Veltevreden Park, representing the West Rand and Joburg, is me. Your mother's worst nightmare.
You and Billy.
Me and Billy and Jamie. Jamie's quiet at least.
Yeah, at least.
Okay, the conversation has just gone straight back in.
Thank
Weather.
goodness.
Laugh out, bless you. I was there 28 years. Love you too, Tonya. We're the badass girls. I'm here, says Nikki. Barbara Allen is back on. Christine Skippers says hi. Hello, Christine. Thank you for joining us. And Alistair Jamison says, I'm back. Helen Mitford says 2.2.1. We mean it when we say welcome to the most dysfunctional show online. We perfect this. We spend a lot of time trying to get this right. So we had some topics, by the way. So if you want to hang out with us, should we hang out for another, 20 minutes or so? Should we do another 10, 20 minutes?
Why not?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay.
My mom's asking me if we've gone live again on the second show. Can I just shout?
Just shout, Ma!
Ma, we're on a second show. Go back and check.
There we go. Mrs. Curry, druk die knoppie.
Tom says druk die knoppie.
Exactly. Druk die knoppie.
Dysfunctional is the right word.
Anita wants to know Tonya Curry, where in KZN are you?
Oh, I'm in the very precious town on the very north tip of KZN called Sodwana Bay. It is about an hour and a half from Mozambique. So I'm one of the last towns before you hit the border. It's beautiful.
Then it all becomes Portuguese. And you have to change languages. Margaret Guida says, at least you have the courage to admit and eat prawns and cut us off again. Alistair Jameson says, you pulled the plug just as you said I'm a liar about the signal. That's right. And now you'll never know what happened after that. Who's Granny? There's someone come on as Granny. Granny says, I'm checking. Checking what, Granny? And who is Granny? I want to know who. There's someone watching us called Granny, and I want to know whose Granny this is. It can't be my Granny. All my grandmothers are dead.
Why have you got Walter Bernardo's African Water Sports on your rider on your show, Tom?
I have no idea. I'll need to check that with my technical team. Anita's in Pinetown. Okay, Christine wants to know what are the topics for the day. All right, let's go. Let's do topics.
Okay.
Right. On the running order today.
On the running order was the trolleys, the supermarket wars.
Supermarket safaris, yeah. And Boomerang Family.
And Boomerang Family. And then, of course, the menopause.
Shall we do supermarket safaris?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, here the topic is supermarket safari. This is inspired by... gee whiz, we pay a top consulting firm to come up with these topics for us. Grok Consulting. And we asked Grok Consulting for some ideas, and they said, well, what about supermarket safaris? And I went, that is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because so much happens on the supermarket visits nowadays.
Do you like going shopping to the supermarket?
I love the supermarket. I could make a whole musical. I could write songs about supermarkets. I love shopping at Spar. Bum, 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 bum. I love supermarkets. My brother said to me, about 2 years ago, you really do love supermarkets, don't you? I'm like, I love them. You don't understand. I keep telling people my life is so boring that a trip to a super spa is like taking a kid to Disneyland. I love shopping. For me, it's a big thing. I love it.
Guys. Like, let me tell you, when we used to do a show at Radio Today, every show, just before the show, Tom would go for a walk around
do some shopping. Yeah.
But he never bought anything. It was always a chocolate and a Coke, wasn't
back then, yeah, chocolate and Coke.
But he did all the aisles, all of them. He had great fun.
Every time I go shopping, I see something. Every time I go shopping, there's a story to tell. Like today, I went shopping today, and I've got stories to tell. I mean, just on my trip today, and I'm just thinking off the cuff, right? The guys who guard the cars, the parking guards, they are French speaking. They're from the DRC. So when I get there, I go, bonjour! And then about 10 guys, because no one ever says bonjour to them, they all shout at the same time, bonjour! Ça va bien? Comment ça va? And then my French is running out by that stage, and I'm like, très bien, et toi? And they go, moi je go, and then I'm like, That's where the French ends. But it was so funny today because we got up to how are you? I'm fine. And then the whole conversation came to a grinding halt. And then I walked into the spa here in Belford Park at Palm Court, and they had Italian tomato sauce things. Can I fetch it and show you?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I want to show you because I want to do.
I
want to do a price.
Go get it.
I want to do a price check. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll play music and put your face on. Okay, everybody stare at Tonya for about 15 seconds.
Well, I'm waiting for Tom to get what is he getting again? It's crisps. It's a crisps. It's always junk food with Tom, isn't it? Bless me.
Okay.
He's back.
All right,
He's back.
So I saw this, right? where this here.
I can't see.
Divella.
Oh.
Divella. What does it say? Delizi campanole, passata di pomodoro, strained crushed tomatoes made from Italian tomatoes. Where's it made? In Saldanha Bay? No, it's made in Italy. Oh, wow. That's brilliant.
Oh, really?
Okay, so they had this on special.
Right, what was the special?
$69 for if you bought two and you presented your card.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, I don't know. I don't buy this normally. Last week I made a spaghetti bolognese. It was so nice. I made so much I ate it for 3 days in a row. I had it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snacks. 3 days. I made a big pot. And I thought, when I saw this, I thought I'll do it again. And then there was a lady. There's a lady that comes once a week to clean my place, mostly just to do the floors because I can't mop. And her name is Florence. I love her. And I love her family.
Cool.
Yeah, Florence is cool. And so I said to Florence, because Florence is another person who tells me I'm getting fat. It's the ladies at the flower shop and Florence. Florence tells me every week, Tom, you've got fatter. And I go, shut up. I don't want to hear from you.
Poor Flo. She's only got your best interests at heart.
No, I know. And she's right. But I came back and I said, hey, Flo, I got two of these bottles of Divella, two for the price of $69. And she looked at it and she said, oh, I get these at Checkers. And then I said, well, how much do you pay there? And she said, 30 Rand or something. And
no.
I don't know. Was I caught out by the sign? Was I caught out by, the sign that says, wow, unbelievable, two for the price of... So could someone please, someone will price, did I get a good value at the spa at Velterfred? Greg owns it, Greg Spa, you know which one. Wait till I go in there. Greg's going to blitzen me the next time I walk into his spa. He's going to blitzen me. I'm going to get blixened inside my own favorite spa. I'm going to get banned by the spa.
Oh,
Alistair's already chipped in. Alistair, you get that bottle at Food Lovers Market. Price, please. I need the price on that. Oh, why has it got African... because I pressed the button by mistake. Oh, it's gone now. There we go. That's what you meant.
That's what I meant.
Alistair also wants to know...
People are going to think you're Walter Bernardus.
That's what Alistair says. Since when have you been Walter Bernardus?
And you're so... Oh.
What happened to you? Are you there? You are. Did you fall off your chair?
You don't even want to know, mate. You don't want to know.
Listen, it's time to put those silver handles on the wall. And next to the bath. It's time to put the silver handles up. It is. Both our houses. Your house and mine. It's time to put the silver handles up.
Am I going to be okay,
it's time to put the silver handles up. I'm telling you. Moira Blades.
I'm holding everything I can.
That's funny. Moira Blades says, you're off camera now, so you can fix whatever you need to fix. That sauce is amazing, says Moira. With fried onion, bacon on spaghetti, it was a fair deal. Okay, so I got a good deal from Greg down at the spa at Palm Court Shopping Centre. He's done a good job with that spa.
It sounds like you've got ripped off.
No.
I'm sorry, Moira.
No, Moira.
There's an extra $9 according to Checkers.
Well, you see, when I said to Flo, I said, Florence, is it exactly the same sauce that you get at Checkers? And she said, I'm not sure.
So it's not made in Italy?
I think it's probably Chinese sauce that she's buying at $30. I got the real deal from my buddy Greg at the Super Spa. They're going to worry about me when I walk in there now. Normally when I walk into my spa down the road, everyone greets me. Now it's going to be like walking into Helen Joseph. I love that spa. So I was telling you about how much I love shopping, and that's what happened today. But I know the ladies behind the tills by name. Like there's Yvonne. I love Yvonne. There's Nomsa. There's all the ladies there, and I love them. They don't think I'm getting fat because I ask the tellers at the Super Spa, "Am I getting fat?" And they say, "No, you're looking fine now." They've got a different idea to the ladies at the flower shop in Florence.
Same. But you are looking fine, my Tommy.
So there, Una says she won't go to that spa center because of the parking. So that parking, by the way, at Palm Court Super Spa, it is limited. So if you want to park near the spa, you better be prepared to fight with someone.
There's a big story, is spa or parking at any shopping mall. I get it right, though.
Well, what do you do? Right. What do you do?
I have a parking fairy in my head. I say there's a nice parking right out front of the door.
I know people
before
like
I even
that.
Get there.
Yeah.
And honest, Tom, at least 9 times out of 10, my parking space is waiting.
I have a friend of mine, Gina, same thing.
Yes.
Pull into a parking lot and she goes, parking lot ferry, parking lot ferry, parking lot, got to say it out loud or something. She says, parking lot ferry, parking lot ferry, parking lot ferry. And the next thing, a parking opens up right at the entrance.
That's it.
Really?
That's it.
All right. Well, if you're commenting in the comments section, we want to know any tactics you've got when you go on a supermarket safari when it comes to handling the parking. How do you deal with the parking? I park far away.
And what happens with the car guards? Like, okay, you're not on wheels. You walk to the
no. Well, sometimes I walk and sometimes I walk, sometimes I drive, or I get dropped off.
Okay, sometimes. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. I have taken to enjoying being driven and sitting in the back seat. Now I get a bolt. Yes. I get a bolt, and then I pretend that the guy's my chauffeur in my head. I'm not the only person who does it, I'm sure. Sometimes I sit in the back of a Bolt that's rattling and spluttering down the road, and I put the window down and I put my arm out like that. I let the hair and the wind go through my hair, and I close my eyes and I pretend I'm in the back of a Rolls Royce being driven by Jeeves. I do it.
That's funny.
I love it. I get dropped off like Prince Charles at the super spa down the road. Everyone screams bonjour. It's a circus when I go to the spa. So I want to know what happens. Like, what observations have you got when it comes to shopping? Do you love going on I call it a supermarket safari. Every 2 days I go off to the shops and I do a supermarket safari. And I go up and down every aisle. And then I go back up.
You really do?
I do. And then I do the aisles all over again, just for fun. And then if I spot a pretty lady on the other side of the spa, then I'll go find a reason to go buy a Madeira tart or something at the bakery that I wasn't planning to have, just to check her out a little bit and see if she's married. I always think one of these days I'm going to meet the love of my life.
In the spa?
I don't know. Like, where would you go? I probably need to go to Woolworths to get someone who has a good salary. Skip Checkers and Frontline Hyper. I'm off to Woolworths. So those ladies have jobs, the good ones, accountants and lawyers and stuff like that. They're Woolworths class. I need a wife who pulls things off the shelves without checking the prices. It's very rare.
Oh, that's nice. Very rare. That's nice. Very nice.
Yeah, the parking. Everyone's talking about the parking, and Una says they do fight. They do. I've seen so many fights.
Oh, yes.
Proper fights.
Absolutely.
Once I pulled into Sandton City, not Sandton, Eastgate. I pulled into a parking. I didn't know that some guy had been waiting for an hour or something for that parking. And my window was a bit down. You're starting to get to the East Rand when you're at Eastgate, so there's no talking first. It just fist came through the window like this. And I was like, what's wrong with you? You stole my parking. And I actually, I thought, really? Do I fight him? Or I said, you know what? You can have it back. And then he didn't want it back, which was weird. Like, I told you I had a fight with someone at a traffic circle in Stellenbosch over who should go first the other day. Happened to me again 2 weeks ago in Randburg. I almost got into a big fight with a guy over who should go first. Like crazy. That's why I don't like driving.
It's funny.
It's called the handicap spot, Tom London says. No, the handicap spot at the spa down the road. They've got these big cones, not the little ones. You know those big ones that are taller than a human being? And then the other day, I was there and I saw a handicap car pull in. Well, the car's not handicapped, but the people inside are. And they've got one of those signs, which I think you can get on the corner of Cedar and Witkoppen. There's a guy that sells them there. I'm serious. You don't need to fill out. Other countries, you need to go to a doctor and have an X-ray and fill out a form and be licensed. In South Africa, you just go to the corner of Cedar and Witkoppen, and there's a guy who sells those handicap signs, and you put that in the front of your car. People do that. So the handicapped car came pulling in, and handicapped cars are normally buggered. Like, have you ever noticed? It's never a 7 Series BMW and someone gets out on crutches or in a wheelchair. Never. It's always a broken down Mazda Estina or an old 626 or something, come rattling into the parking lot and running off Sasa grants. I think that's probably what's going on. Bless these people. And the rattly car pulls in, the handicapped car, and then it was yesterday or the day before, and all the parking guards were busy, so there was no one there to move the big.
Oh no!
Now,
the big gun.
I must confess, there was a part of me that said, "Thomas, you're a good person. You like to help people. Why don't you go over and move the cone?" And then there was another part of me that says, but that's like not my department. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I'm not officially designated or qualified or allowed maybe to move the cone. That was my first thought. Maybe I'm not allowed to move. It's not like I don't move. That's not those guys. Not me. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to move the cone. But the car just sat there, the handicapped car. And it just sat there. There were two people inside. And then I thought, okay, well, surely someone will come. And then nobody came. And then part of me went, Tom, you should go move the cone. And then another part of me said, wait, let's see if the handicapped people will get out and move the cone. And then, I don't know, maybe the lady, she looked a little bit handicapped. She got out the car. The gent was in a wheelchair, but she didn't look like she was going to make the comrades this year, but she was battling on the way out of the car. And then I felt bad because I saw this lady get out the car and she really was even battling to walk. And then I thought, Tom, you're a despicable human being. But the amazing thing was this frail old lady was able to pick up that massive cone. And I was like, give that handicapped lady a bells. She moved that whole cone by herself. And you know when we get old and you get old and frail and just like tiny, and you like an ant can kick you over. We get like that when we get old. My mom went like that. She got very frail and tiny. And this lady, she actually reminded me of my mom. And in the end. And I thought, oh, shame. And then as I said that, she just lifted that thing because I started walking towards. I thought, okay, you've made a mistake, Tom, jump in. But before I could even jump in, she lifted that cone above her head. Those handicap parkings are gold at the Palm Court Super Spa. I'm telling you, they're gold. The handicapped people will get out of their seats and they will lift the cone to get that spot. It was quite something. There are people, I see people, they buy those things and then they park in the handicap spot. I honestly think we should shoot those people. We just like,
I do too.
Should be allowed to.
Zero
I don't like
tolerance.
that. I don't like that.
Zero whatsoever. Yeah, I agree with you.
Elaine Barney says, I don't mind parking far from the entrance and walking into the shops. There are French-speaking car guards when I go to gym. That's me. I park right on the other end of the parking lot and I walk the 25 meters to the shops. It's amazing. You can do it. And then I watch the people fighting over the prime parking spots. All bolts rattle, says Tom London. That's true. You drive in a Bolt. My favorite are the old the Renault, the old Renaults, the Quid type things. You go down the road. There are a few, but I shouldn't mess with them. Shane.
No, let's not talk about cars. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Anyway, but they do rattle. The Suzukis don't rattle. They don't. Actually, I'm not even joking. I have not driven in a Suzuki Bolt or Uber that rattles. Not
true,
one.
Yeah. It's true.
How on
We're
earth
not
do you...
biased.
So Una says, how on earth do you get a Bolt to take you so close? They play games with me if the trip is less than 5 km. No, it's 1.8 kilometers from the house here. They always come.
But Una's right, because they cancel on you.
I'll tell you why. you've got a bad
Why?
rating. You've got a bad rating.
Why? I don't ever use the service.
Do you know that they rate you as well? You know when they say give the Bolt driver a star or whatever? They ask those guys to. I've got a rate. I've got a 9.95 rating or something, and I think probably you and Una, you did say you did something in the backseat of that Bolt that upset. Like you're going all Anele and Doda on the Bolt driver, and the Bolt driver's got upset and given you a bad. You've got the same Uber rating as Anele.
No, that's so rude.
I'm telling you, got a bad rating.
I think they take the fare and then they think, oh, there's one for $50. I'm going to take that one.
My worst is I have had that when they take your fare and then they don't move and they wait for you to cancel. Well, I go into I've got all day mode. I sit there and I can sit for 1 hour. I'm just like, I know the pain that guy's going through because he's not making money. I just wait. I'll wait for 2 hours if I have to, and just watch that car sit in there. I do.
Well,
psychological warfare with a Bolt driver. Uber all the way, says Una. Anna Marie Anderson says, yeah, I also got my parking ferry. The odd times I do go to the shop if my lungs are okay. I do get a parking at the exit, so I don't have to walk too far pushing a trolley.
Brilliant.
I saw something about Japan that when they pull up to the train stations in the morning, the people who get there early park the furthest away so that the people who are running late can park closer. I don't know if it's an urban legend, but it sounds very Japanese that they would do that.
It's very Japanese. That sounds very Japanese.
Not South Africanese for sure.
Do that.
Yeah, that's not us.
We can learn so much from the Japanese, can't we?
I know. I love the Japanese. Maybe I should get a Japanese wife.
Same.
How do you get a Japanese? I suppose you've got to go to Japan, hey. Or the Japanese embassy and see if there are any single Japanese ladies in the Japanese embassy in Pretoria, or wherever it is. Moira wants to meet me in the super spa. What time and in which aisle tomorrow? See you there. I'm actually off to Suzuki tomorrow to pick up a Swift. You know, I've been telling you all about the Swift.
Is tomorrow the Swift day?
Tomorrow I'm picking up a Swift for the weekend.
Woo! Are you coming down to Sodwana Bay?
No, I'm going to cruise around Joburg. I'm going to a party this weekend.
Oh, what you doing? What kind of party?
70th party, I think it is. So there'll be cake there. And it's under a tree,
cake
I think.
Is good.
I don't think there'll be any gummies at this party, but...
well, I don't know. It is 70-year-olds.
Maybe some have got them in their pockets. And so I'm doing that. And then I've got a radio interview on Sunday at 5 o'clock on 91.9, the radio station that Elio Pell has moved to.
Oh, wow.
So Chris Jordan will be interviewing me at 5 o'clock on 91.9 in Johannesburg. That's Sunday. And I don't know when the party is. I think it's Saturday. And then I don't know, what else am I going to do this weekend? I've got to definitely do a safari to the super spa. At least one safari to the super spa.
Via the Japanese restaurant.
What's your favorite section in a supermarket? Do you have a favorite section? Do you have a section you never not go to? You always go...
Oh, I loathe supermarkets.
You don't like them? You do the 60-60 and you get the man on the motorbike.
Absolutely anything not to go to a supermarket. I hate
that. Is such a cop-out. That is such a cop-out.
Well, I mean, try living in Sodwana and trying to get right my phobia. I mean, I have an absolute phobia for supermarkets. I can't stand them.
Where does that guy drive from? Does he come from far on the Boney?
Well, no, we have got our spas here and stuff.
All right.
They're just like, they're teeming, and oh my God, I can't deal. So I have a man in a van. It comes from Pongola.
Oh, a Pongolan man in a van.
A Pongolan
from
man
outer Pongolia, and he brings you the food.
From outer Pongolia, I send a little list of everything I'd like.
That's brilliant.
And he delivers it to me. Like, how organized am I? And if the Pongolian man can't do it, then there's the Take-a-Lotten man who can.
Wow. Okay. I haven't done...
Tom, I can't tell you the last time I went into a supermarket. I think it would have been with you.
I got to be honest. I do like going shopping, but every now and then I'm sitting exactly where I'm sitting now, and I think I got to get a liter of Coke, stat, and and I probably need a Mars bar stat.
A bar one, yeah.
And then I buy from a place called Protea Supermarket, which is one just like a little supermarket. And
Right.
I make an order, and you got to make it. Uber Eats they've got that $100 a month off me or whatever it is. I don't know how.
Yes,
Have you ever
yes.
seen it? They do it. They say if you pay a certain amount, then you don't have to pay a delivery fee, right?
You don't pay delivery. Same with Takealot.
Right.
They lost out on me, mate.
Right now,
They lost out
so
on
I
me.
don't know. Like, I've never done the calculation how many deliveries a month I do and whether it's worth paying the $100 or I just don't know. All I know is one day they said, "Do you want to pay $100 or whatever it is?" And then you won't have to. You get Uber One or Uber Diamond status
Yes.
or something like that.
Yes.
And I said no, and the next thing $100 came off my account, and I was like, "How did they do that?" I don't even know. I don't remember saying yes. I want to be part of your party. And the next thing I saw my phone went ding, and I looked. It was like Uber.
No.
I was like, wow, they got a really clever way of sending you down what the IT guys call a sales funnel. We need one of those for our show. We need one of those for our
Sales
show.
funnel.
Where you say, all right, go to
Alistair.
Alistair can be our sales funnel.
Alistair can be the sales.
Things
In
are
the comment
sophisticated here.
Hey, redirects traffic.
Tammy Singh says, I accidentally bumped bins and I forget to stop at stop streets. Okay, and she's banned from driving. That's a good thing. Heather Nickelbine says, I'm allowed to use the disabled parking as I'm elderly, as you should be allowed to.
That's good.
Mentally handicapped should count for the handicap parking. I don't know whether mentally handicapped people should be driving cars, to be
Sure,
honest.
but
It
yeah,
depends
that's
what
true.
kind of mental handicap you've got.
yeah, it does.
Maybe if you need anger management, they should also let them have, there should be a special anger management parking lot so that we can stop these fights in the parking lot, man. I've seen big fights. See how we simply overthink being kind in case someone has an issue, says Michelle. I know, I was sitting there. All I had to do was walk over, lift the cone, and that was it. And I thought, I don't know if I've got permission. All that kind of stuff came out. It was very silly of me.
So scared of bureaucracy.
Yeah, I must tell you, that tiny old lady, she lifted that cone. It was like the Cone Olympics. It was like quite something. Gail E. Mortensen says, I dig shopping in supermarkets. During the Corona era, I used to pull down my face mask and greet customers in a busy aisle. It was priceless to watch. Customers do a trolley dash in seconds. This was at Constantia Hyper of J.G. Stratham. She's got a sense of humor.
That's funny.
There's some tough people in Velties, make no mistake, says Margaret. For sure, but... Una says, no ways they break into your car by the KFC. That's funny, eh? Every suburb's got its thing, eh? I know, I've been told that. All right, now what's going on here? 9 a.m., I went to Game to check out a sleeper couch. They only had the one on show for sale, no attendance inside. The salesman asked me if I could climb up if it was high enough. He said, laugh out loud, he will take it down. It was a black sleeper, torn and covered with white spots. He thought that I would lay on it.
Oh, my goodness.
So I asked to get a blanket so I could test it. Oh, my word, it was so lumpy. And hold on, that went quite far when you got the blankets. I tested my bed at the sleep factory or whatever it's called and lay down in it, but I didn't ask for a blanket and a hot chocolate. Oh my word, it was so lumpy and uncomfortable. Cut a long story short, I stick with what I got, says Mary Nicole Shelley. Most sleeper couches are horribly uncomfortable. Most sleeper couches are terrible. Alistair Jameson's got a 5 rating on, see, that's the problem. No one will pick you up.
I didn't even know about that.
How do you find your rating? No, they know it. You don't know it. You don't. I think on Uber you can see your rating. If you go to your profile, it will put a rating up there. It used to.
Oh, okay.
The traditional Japanese women are very kind to their men, says Margaret.
As opposed to what?
Unkind to their men, like South African women. Daryl agrees. I didn't say it. Margaret said it. Margaret said traditional Japanese women are very kind to the men. I watched, there's a thing on YouTube where they follow young people who have food stands. Now, it's a food cart in Japan. You get a license and you get a cart. It weighs about 100 kilos and it's got a handle. And this lady, she was young. She was getting up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then she rents a kitchen for a few hours and makes rice balls, puts them in little things with labels, this, that, spends the whole day selling them, pulls this 100-kilogram cart around, and she's so happy. People asked her, when do you feel fulfilled? She says, when my customers smile. And I thought, wow, I like these people. I am developing more and more respect for the Japanese, and it looks like a little bit of a crush on their ladies.
It seems so. Tom, to be fair, though, I think you've got a crush on any ladies. Check, Una says, Sodwana shops are chaos. Una's been here, you see.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
She also...
There we go.
Go all psychological in the shops. Michelle says, let us know about the Suzuki Swift once done. Looks like such a great deal. Hold on, let me take you off to Suzuki Rivonia, Suzuki Kyalami for just a minute or two. We'll come back and we'll laugh a bit more, and then we'll say goodbye for the afternoon. But Greg van Kerkhove has got a fantastic special on the Suzuki Swift. Yes, I will be taking it out for a test this weekend. We'll get the video up in the next week or so. But there's a special on the GL, I think it's the GL Plus Auto. It's the mid-range automatic, and it's if you want a car for like 250K, or I think it's less than that. Just check the price in the ad now. It's a huge bargain, and it's got everything that opens and shuts. It's got electric windows, it's got 6 airbags, it's got electric power steering, it's got all the controls on the steering wheel, Apple, Android, CarPlay, it's got a great air conditioner, you can't beat it. It's got an automatic gearbox, it's got ESP, ABS, you name it, everything you want inside this car. And there's a deal going on at Suzuki Kyalami and Suzuki Rivonia, the home of happy customers, right now. And you've got to grab this deal while they're still, this is the cars that are sitting in their, on their floor, right? So you've got to go there before they sell out, because then this deal won't be there anymore. I think the new deals start kicking in soon. So while stocks last is the proviso here. Here's Greg van Kerkhove, part of the fantastic Van Kerkhove family, whose philosophy is still save faith from the late Uncle Clive, which means do everything with love. What a great business philosophy, and you'll get a taste of it when you deal with the Van Kerkhovens and all the people at Suzuki Rivonia and Kyalami. Here's the latest special for you.
Hi guys, it's Greg from Suzuki Rivonia and Suzuki Kyalami, and today I'm standing right next to the new iconic Suzuki Swift. It was just launched in November last year, and it's taken just 3 months for this Swift to do something that no other Suzuki model has ever been able to do in South Africa. In January 2025, the Suzuki Swift was South Africa's #1, top of the podium selling vehicle in the country. And we're talking about commercial vehicles as well as passenger vehicles. So without further ado, today I'm going to do a special for you on South Africa's #1 selling vehicle, the Suzuki Swift. Recently, we did a special on the mid-spec Suzuki Swift 1.2 GL Plus manual. It was very successful. So today we're going to do a special for those who get a little bit of a tired clutch foot, and we're going to do a special on the same spec but on the automatic version. So the Swift 1.2 GL Plus CVT automatic. It's got everything you need. It comes with 6 airbags now. It comes with ESP, traction control. It's got ABS, EBD, brake assist. Comes standard with a factory fitted touchscreen radio with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability. Controls for the radio on the steering wheel, controls for your Bluetooth on the steering wheel. It's got a climate control, aircon, comes standard with projector halogen lights now, comes standard with 15-inch factory fitted mag wheels, reverse park sensors, reverse camera. And what more do you need in a top range vehicle, never mind about a mid-spec Swift. This Swift 1.2 GL CVT automatic was launched at 259,900, which in this market and segment is one hell of a price, and I don't think you're going to beat it value for money. But today we are going to beat that, and we're going to do a special for you at 244,900. So that's 15,000 Rand off South Africa's #1 selling vehicle, passenger or commercial. Only and exclusive to Suzuki Rivonia and Suzuki Kyalami, your home of happy customers.
I'll take one. Come on, stand up.
Okay.
And here we are. Just go buy. If you go buy one of those things, don't forget to tell them, Tom sent me. Tom London sent me. Tom sent me. Tom sent me. Tom sent me.
Sent me.
Tom sent me. Tom sent me.
Sent me.
Tom sent me.
Tom sent me.
That's right. Okay. Margaret Guida says, I need to go everywhere in the spa, like it or not, on a Saturday. Have mercy. Sharon Root says, the most terrifying part of getting old is the loss of independence, ability to just do ordinary things, not being able to just drive into any parking spot, walk easily to the shops. I've started to realize that, as I had this, as I was cut here, I was like compromised for a while, and I couldn't get up quickly and easily. And I thought, wow, how easily, and how we take our bodies while we're young for granted. Hey, we just take them for granted. And
old age is not for sissies, Tom.
No, it
That's
ain't.
for sure.
It ain't. All right, so Sharon, I hope that the laughter on the show and a couple of laughs on a Tuesday and Thursday, like they make up for the pain and the hard times.
Love you, Sharon.
I've made lots of buddies with the people working in the spa. I really like them. Me too. Tanya laugh out loud. She can't breathe.
Tom does that to me, God. Like, I get hysterical. He's so funny, isn't he? That's why I'm here.
What, to laugh at me? To laugh at me?
Yeah.
Is it? To laugh at me?
Sorry, Tom.
That's all right.
But
Tammy Singh says she bought 2 bonsai trees. I found it started out in Japan. Love learning the Japanese. There's a bonsai society in Johannesburg, and they have a fair every year at the Killarney Mall. It's fantastic. One day I'll go there with my wife. Hi, it's me, Marilyn from KZN. Hello, Marilyn. We have a raging storm going on at the moment in Howick. Keep safe, everybody. Wow. Okay, please. We hope that you're going to be okay. We hear that it's getting worse and out of control.
I've got friends in Howick, so I hope you guys are fine.
Yeah, we're sending you all our good wishes. I don't know if people have been pressing the like button. I'm thoroughly unimpressed with the numbers I see in front of me. What happened to... I think Tanya's phone just went off. She did tell me the battery was going. So I think we've lost Tanya. There we go. That's the end of Tanya Curry. She's gone. And now it's just me and you. Here we are. Alistair left me and went and sat in the comment section. And Tanya is just a hot mess on the screen. And it's all ground to a halt. And I ain't got no one left to talk to. There we go. We failed. We end the show on a... we end the show... We're all failures. We've failed. We end the show as people who just couldn't put a decent ending together. Oh boy. Don't forget that the reason we put this show together is so that we can get together and laugh. And we can get together and appreciate life. And we can get together and use our power to help people and change lives. At the moment, in the spotlight, is the one and only beautiful Jenny Janssen van Vieren. In your prayers and in your thoughts and during your day, spare a thought, say a prayer, throw some words of kindness into the air for our young lady who we are trying to help. We are waiting for dates. We are hoping and praying for dates at a private doctor, a specialist in scoliosis, to examine her properly so we can get a proper diagnosis, and then we know what the treatment's going to be. Underneath all of this, underneath all the fun and the laughter and the silliness, the current that runs underneath all of this is the goodness in us as human beings and South Africans. So, if there is going to be an ending that doesn't go rah, 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 it's this one. Remember that we are wonderful, wonderful human beings in this country. We really are. I come across human kindness all day in South Africa, and I come across human friendliness all day in South Africa. I love us. And I really, really do love you. And I appreciate you joining us on these shows and laughing with us and commenting. I appreciate it when you press the play button post live and you watch the show in the middle of the night or the next day. I appreciate you liking the show. I appreciate you sharing it. I appreciate you telling people about it and bringing people to the party. I appreciate everything you do when it comes to the people we try and help, because it's through our power that we're able to change things. So, I leave you with that thought that our current case is going to require a push soon. So prepare yourself. And this is how cute can you get, generally rules. Yeah. Poor hubby goes to the shop, says Karen. Just cleaning up the comments quickly. I was listening to your spa shopping. Oh no, I don't do that shopping. The prices of stuff kills me. And Tammy Singh says you are all lived. As are you. Okay, shall we leave it there? I think we leave it there. Let's leave it there, man. We've got stuff to do. I'm sure you've got to cook something. Warm something up in the microwave, or get a man on a motorbike to bring you some food. So I do hope that you have a full belly tonight. I hope you've got a smile on your face, even if some of the bones are rattling and creaking. I hope that you're feeling okay. I hope that you have love in your life. And if you don't, you got us. You got the Tom London Gang. Every Tuesday at 3 p.m. we're live. Every Thursday at 3 p.m. we're live. We are here to join our arms together and create one big dysfunctional South African family. I think we're doing a good job. So I'll see you next Tuesday. But stay blessed, and you can be sure I'll be making a few videos over the weekend. Maybe I'll go live from the 70-year-old birthday party. That could be fun. Maybe I'll go live and just show you the studio on Sunday. So yeah, keep an eye on my Facebook page and on the Facebook feed. I'll pop up from time to time. But, there we go. Billy's starting. It's time to go. But I'll catch you on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Yeah, if you're a really loyal listener, you won't be late.